you to the Auracast. All have seen a Shark Tank, and it was very proud moment.
where our grandmothers and nannies and daddi's house.
Is eco-friendly living really expensive? How can a middle class family afford it?
तो जो पहला प्लास्टिक यूज हुआ था, the first plastic that was used on the planet is still with us.
So my next question is, जब भी हम सास बहू की बात करते हैं तो हमें एकता कपूर के सीरियल्स याद आते हैं. But you represent. I care about the planet, but I also love the convenience. And I never really thought about how these two coexist. So today I'm with someone who knows. Joining me is Surbhi Shah. Hello Surbhi ma'am.
Hello.
Myself Khushi Mehrudra. I welcome you to the Auracast. आप जैसे ecopreneur से बात करना is not just inspiring but also very relevant for our generation. Thank you so much for being here with us. Before I begin with my question, I'm very curious to know how does it feel when your product is being used in the places like Haldiram and Chappan?
So thank you so much, first of all, for inviting me for the podcast. And it's a lovely question. So when we create products, we are working towards eliminating single-use plastic from all the spoons. And we all know that when big brands use it, it is easily acceptable to the society.
Yeah.
So that is the focus and the funda that Caragreen works on. So when we make products, we try to pitch it to bigger brands because once they accept it as a product, so like you say, Haldiram, Bikaji, we have Mr. Makhana. So when all these use our products and give a good feedback, so the other title is easy. And it gives us a sense of satisfaction
Yeah.
that bigger brands are using it.
Yeah.
And we are on the correct path.
Also, it is very proud moment also. Okay, so my next question is, sustainability sounds very expensive, but working on it is really a good task. While working on Cara Green, what is the most unglamorous task you have to do that people don't see on social media?
So Caragreen being a startup, I think there's nothing called unglamorous in the role because every business has to work hard towards creating products and selling it. So definitely we learn every day. So for us, everything is glamorous and everything is positive because it is good to see our products on the shelf being used by people, making people aware. Like you said, sustainability is expensive is the thought that people are having in the market. But for Caragreen, sustainability is not a product anymore. It is a habit that we are trying to cultivate in people. So there's nothing unglamorous about it. I think we are trying to make the sustainability the new cool.
We all have seen a Shark Tank, and it was very proud moment. We want to know more about your experience in the Shark Tank.
Shark Tank happened to us in 2022. So our episode aired in January 2022. And Shark Tank happened because we had a very unique product at Caragreen where we have a Cara box that transforms into plates and spoons. So generally when we use a takeaway box, we just remove the food and throw the box away. But our box transforms into plates and spoons, which is reusable. So for that, we were selected in Shark Tank and the experience was just fantastic. Like I always say, that Caragreen went as a toddler and came out as an adult from Shark Tank. We learned a lot. The sharks were very helpful and the learning was just phenomenal.
Yeah, it is really very proud moment for Indore as well.
Thank you so much.
So my next question is eco-friendly living really expensive? How can a middle class family afford it?
So eco-friendly living is not at all expensive. Like I said, eco-friendly and sustainability is a habit. So when you look at old India, where our grandmothers and nannies and daddi's house, they were already following eco-friendly habits. We used to laugh on it or gimmick about it, but reusing a cloth 10 times, reusing, carrying their own steel glasses, so all this was never expensive. So eco-friendly habits are not expensive. It is the marketing that makes it expensive, the products. But when we change our habits, when we reuse our product, when we use products that can biodegrade and go to soil, I think sustainability is not at all expensive. It is just a change of habit. Okay. And there are many products available in the market now, which are manufactured at a very similar rate of what the other products are available at.
Yeah, now it have, oh yes. सो माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, जब भी हम सास बहू की बात करते हैं तो हमें एकता कपूर के सीरियल्स याद आते हैं, बट यू रिप्रेजेंटेड योर प्रोडक्ट इन अ शार्क टैंक विद योर मदर इन लॉ. वी वांट टू नो मोर अबाउट योर डुओ.
So, like we say, unity and charity begins at home. So, I think it was a wonderful jodi to have on Shark Tank, both mass India wise and for the support from the family. So, we both had amazing support from our husbands, from the family home, and two women representing
Yeah.
sustainability on almost a world stage. Like Shark Tank India was again globally launched. So, it was a wonderful thing to have, and her maturity at the age she is,
Yeah.
and the calmness that we needed there, and the creativity that I brought in. So I think the calmness in her and the creativity in me was a good jodi to have.
Yeah,
at
your
that
duo has
platform.
already broken the stereotypes.
Yes. And it's all good at home, and it's a good support system to have when we work.
So my next question is, अगर हम इसी तरह प्लास्टिक कंज्यूम करते रहे, what will gonna happen in next 20 years? क्या हम प्लास्टिक वर्ल्ड की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं?
तो बहुत सिंपल सा है कि अर्थ में बहुत थोड़ी सी ही जगह है. हाँ, आप भी रह रहे हो और प्लास्टिक भी रह रहा है आपके साथ. तो जो पहला प्लास्टिक यूज हुआ था, द फर्स्ट प्लास्टिक दैट वाज यूज्ड ऑन द प्लैनेट इज स्टिल विद अस. तो दैट इज जस्ट फिलिंग अप आवर लैंडफिल, एंड वो माउंटेन अलग बन रहा है, ह्यूमंस भी बढ़ रहे हैं. सो 20 years बाद ये होगा, इफ वी डू नॉट स्टॉप दीज प्रैक्टिसेस, there'll be less space, there'll be more deforestation because we'll need more space. And microplastics का तो हम जानते हैं how they are affecting the DNA, and the future will be not as green, as bright, as smart as we want it to be.
Yeah. So my next question is, if a 20 years old want to start up a green startup today, but obviously उसके पास फंडिंग नहीं होती है, तो उसे क्या पहली प्रैक्टिकल स्टेप लेनी चाहिए?
पहले जाके 100 लोगों से मिलना चाहिए और समझना चाहिए कि कौन उनका कस्टमर है. And when you go into the market and understand what is the real need, funding and all is a very secondary step. So it is a myth that only funding can fuel startups. When you have a good idea, a good product, it could be a service or a product or an app or anything. But once you go and talk to 100 customers, like potential customers that you can have, that is the first basic thing I think a person should do before even launching a product. Talk to 100, 200 people about your idea, about our product, and you'll get numerous feedbacks that will help you understand what is the product fit in the market.
But you have really motivated many women entrepreneurs. Right.
Thank you so much.
So my next question is, what was the most hardest part when you started? Success, money, or fear?
I think there were many challenges that we faced when we entered the eco-friendly field. There was no fear for sure because we were confident about the idea and the creativity and the design that we were working on. There was a few challenges when we faced about awareness in the society when we started the product, I think, but we had our solutions going forward, that we went to schools and we taught kids what is sustainable, what is eco-friendly, and then we paved our way.
And it is also very important now to change from.
Yes. So once we understood that, once we nurture the kids and we explain the kids and the children in the house, I think it penetrates into the house easier than explaining an adult and then doing that in the world.
So now
Yes.
they will only have to read it. So let's just begin with the rapid fire. One eco habit everyone must adopt.
Carry your own bottle.
Shark Tank investor you bonded with the most.
Ashneer.
One mistake every startup does.
Wait for funding.
Success is equals to money or impact.
Impact.
So, ma'am, we will begin with one fun segment. This is a confession box. You can take out one by one. Our answer is as per your convenience.
One mistake that taught you the biggest lesson in the business?
Yeah.
Okay. One mistake in the business that taught me the biggest lesson was initially when I hired a team, the learning process, like team building, it was a learning process for me also. So then we made a system. So now I believe in systems at Category more than individual training. So it's not a mistake, but a learning that initially I used to give training to individual people now, but now we have a system at Category that works for us.
Initially is always the hardest.
Yes. One assumption about business that turned out wrong. Oh, so many. So any startup you ask or you ask me, every product we make is like a child to us. So we start loving our product. We do not see anything bad in that. So one assumption that probably we made when we started Carrot Spoons, that we go and sell it in the market and people will just buy it like in bulk. But we had to work a lot for promoting the Carrot Spoons. So I think that is one assumption.
But it actually went out best.
A decision you regret. I
In
don't
the
think.
business, like you regret initial days when you started it.
No, that time it looked like regret, but not now. So a lot of customers, you have to say no to because of the rates or the quality. They demand lower quality, but we never budge on that. So at Carrigreen, we are thinking that quality and rates we don't change. So I think there's no regret as such. But first you're asking, I think a few customers, when they had to say no to because of the lower quality that they asked for, I pay. Last.
Yeah.
A moment when you felt like quitting. Oh my god. So every night and then every morning we wake up fresh saying, okay, let's change something in the world and make a dent. So I don't think I'll feel like quitting ever with Cara Green. And I have a wonderful family to support me. I have a 3-year-old son, Ish. So I see the future. I also see the generation before me. And it's really motivating to work towards this goal of a no plastic.
That's the best thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay.